It is a continuation of the story if you had, and watched the previous chapter go, and watch them fast to understand the story link in the description. Su Jingming steps forward to face the ferocious beast while holding his spear in hand. The fearsome beasts turn their attention towards him. This sets the stage for a tense confrontation where the armored tigers, led by the armored Tiger King, are now focused on Su Jingming. With the spear in hand, Su Jingming seems prepared to take on the beasts. He thought, as expected of a group of fierce beasts led by a fierce beast king. They even have the intelligence to use a simple formation. Su Jingming is acknowledging the tactical awareness of the armored tigers and their king. The fact that they're using a formation implies they're a coordinated and potentially formidable opponent. The beasts move towards him in a group and launch towards him. This indicates an intense and potentially overwhelming attack by the armored tigers against Su Jingming. With the beasts launching towards him in a group, Su Jingming will likely need to act quickly and decisively to defend himself against the coordinated attack. Zhou Mingyang watches the scene and said, "Let's see if this guy is just going to his death or if he really has something special." Zhou Mingyang is observing the confrontation between Su Jingming and the armored tigers with interest, curious about whether Su Jingming has the skills or tools to survive the attack. Zhou Mingyang's comment implies he's skeptical, but also intrigued by Su Jingming's potential. Our protagonist started to spin his spear. Suddenly, purple energy bursts come out from it and attack the fearsome beasts reaching towards him, killing the fearsome beasts. This indicates a powerful and effective use of spear by Su Jingming. The purple energy bursts are able to attack and kill the beasts that were closing in on him, suggesting Su Jingming is handling the situation effectively with the sphere's power. The screen showing the kill count and the ability points he gained. This suggests that after taking down the armored tigers with the help of the sphere's power, Su Jingming's actions have resulted in him gaining rewards in the form of ability points. The kill count and ability points gained are likely part of the system tracking Su Jingming's progress or achievements. See the tiger beast corpses lying covered with pools of blood. This is a grim aftermath of the battle between Su Jingming and the armored tigers. The scene depicts the outcome of the intense confrontation, with the tiger beast now lying lifeless in pools of blood. Su Jingming's use of the sphere's power was effective in taking down the beasts. The tiger beast king started to charge towards him, and our protagonist said, "Too bad my physical strength is still a bit lacking." Su Jingming is acknowledging a limitation in his physical abilities as the armored Tiger King charges towards him. Despite having effectively dealt with the other armored tigers using the sphere's power, Su Jingming seems to be expressing concern about facing the king, given his current physical strength. The Tiger Beast King came face to face against the protagonist and roared. All the glasses near the building explode. The armored Tiger King's powerful roar had an unexpected effect on the surroundings, causing all the nearby glasses to shatter explosively. This showcases the sheer power and intensity of the Beast King. Su Jingming, facing such a formidable foe, would need to be extremely cautious and strategic in how he handles a confrontation. He said, "Intimidating me right from the start? You might scare others, but you can't scare me." By saying this, our protagonist lunges forward against the beast, and a fierce battle begins to start. The tiger beast grinds his teeth. Su Jingming is showing no fear in the face of the armored Tiger King's intimidating display. Instead, he's embracing the challenge and launching himself into a fierce battle against the beast. The tiger beast grinding his teeth indicates he's preparing for an intense fight as well. Our protagonist jumps upward and lands a crushing strike to the Beast King. Su Jingming uses his agility to jump up, and then comes down with a powerful strike against the armored Tiger King. This indicates Su Jingming is actively engaging in close combat with the Beast King, utilizing his mobility and striking power to deal significant damage. He stabs the King Beast and ends the fight. Su Jingming delivers a decisive blow by stabbing the armored Tiger King, which includes the intense battle between them. This suggests Su Jingming was able to overcome the powerful Beast King using his skills and the tools at his disposal, like the sphere or his combat abilities. Blood bursts out, and the screen shows killed one first-order upper-rank Armblade Tiger. Ability points +20. This indicates that after Su Jingming stabbed and defeated the Armored Tiger King, a classification of a first-order upper-rank arm-blade tiger. He received a reward of 20 ability points. The system tracking kills and ability points is providing feedback on Su Jingming's achievement. Zhou Mingyang is in complete shock, saying, "No way. He actually took care of all of them in one go. What kind of monster is he?" Zhou Mingyang is expressing disbelief and astonishment at Su Jingming's capability to take down the armored tigers, including the powerful first-order upper-rank arm-blade tiger, in a single go. Zhou Mingyang is implying that Su Jingming's performance is extraordinary, likening him to a monster in terms of his combat prowess. Su Jingming said, "What a huge harvest of ability points. At this rate, who knows how many ability points I'll accumulate by the time the college entrance exam is over." Su Jingming is expressing excitement and optimism about the ability points he's gained from defeating the armored tigers. He's looking ahead to the potential accumulation of more ability points and considering how this might impact him by the time a significant event like the college entrance exam concludes. He continues, "The more the better. I should hurry and look for the next beast group." Su Jingming is motivated by the gain of ability points and is thinking about seeking out more challenges to accumulate even more points. He's adopting a proactive approach, wanting to find the next beast group to engage with and potentially gain more rewards. Zhou Mingyang rushed towards him and asked, "Wait, how did you manage to crush that group of arm-blade tigers with just a long sphere? Is your ability a reinforcement type?" Zhou Mingyang is curious about Su Jingming's methods and capabilities that allowed him to defeat the group of arm-blade tigers so effectively using the sphere. He's wondering if Su Jingming's ability is of a type that reinforces his strength or the sphere's power. Su Jingming jumps toward another building, saying, "No, it's a lightning type." Su Jingming clarifies to Zhou Mingyang that the sphere's ability is related to lightning, not a reinforcement type, by jumping towards another building. Su Jingming seems to be moving on to potentially scout for more challenges or continue his hunt for beast groups. Zhou Mingyang said, "Lightning type? You gotta be kidding. If you don't want to tell me your ability type, you don't have to be so dismissive. What an awful person." Zhou Mingyang is expressing surprise and a bit of offense at Su Jingming's brief and somewhat abrupt response about the sphere's ability being of a lightning type. Zhou Mingyang feels Su Jingming was dismissive and is reacting emotionally to this perceived slight. Zhou Mingyang said, "He just killed so many fierce beasts. His score is probably going to catch up to mine quickly." Zhou Mingyang is acknowledging Su Jingming's impressive feat of killing many fierce beasts, and is considering the implications of this on their relative standings or scores. Zhou Mingyang seems to be recognizing Su Jingming as a potential competitor whose achievements might soon rival his own. The screen shows number 1 Su Jingming 1122 points. Zhou Mingyang said, "He already surpassed me." Zhou Mingyang is acknowledging that Su Jingming has taken the lead in the rankings, surpassing him. This indicates a competitive dynamic between the two, where rankings and points matter to them. The director said, "What a domineering high-level spearsmanship. Su Jingming. He is only 18, and he already mastered high-level spacemanship. This confirms it. He is a genuine genius." The director is expressing admiration for Su Jingming's skills, highlighting his mastery of high-level spacemanship at a young age. The director considers Su Jingming's achievements as confirmation of his status as a genuine genius. The director continues, "With Su Jingming, here we can definitely represent Jiangcheng and get into the top 100 in province." Su Jingming's principal said, "Thank you, director." The principal is expressing gratitude to the director, likely for the director's recognition of Su Jingming's abilities and potential for Su Jingming to bring prestige to Jiangcheng by aiming for a top 100 ranking in the province. Su Jingming's teacher, with tears coming from his eyes, thought, "Su Jingming, you really are a huge surprise. Our second high school finally gets its day to shine." The teacher is emotional, overwhelmed with pride and possibly a sense of vindication or hope for the school's reputation due to Su Jingming's achievements. The teacher sees Su Jingming's success as a moment of glory for second high school. 3 hours later, core zone. Zhou Mingyang looking everywhere. He said, "What's going on?" Where did all the fierce beasts in the core zone go? Zhou Mingyang is expressing confusion and curiosity about the sudden absence of fierce beasts in the core zone. He's looking around, trying to understand the change in the environment. Zhou Mingyang suddenly hears a sound from his side saying, "You have to ask the number 1 person about that." Zhou Mingyang looks at them and asks, "It's a guy? Why are you all together?" Number 3 Wu Hao. Number 9 Tang Chi said, "This he causes too." Number 4 Meng Di said, "Su Jingming killed all the fierce beasts in the core zone, so we couldn't find any and had no choice but to team up to stay warm." Zhou Mingyang said, "That's impossible. There are a lot of fierce beasts in the core zone." Tang Chi said, "I can tell just by looking at you that you haven't been ranked for a long time here. Just look at Su Jingming's score and you'll know." Tang Chi is implying that Zhou Mingyang is out of touch with the current state of the core zone because he hasn't been actively competing or ranking for a while. Tang Chi points to Su Jingming's high score as evidence of the current reality in the core zone, suggesting Zhou Mingyang should compare himself to Su Jingming's achievements. Number 1 Su Jingming, 3435 points. Zhou Mingyang said in shock, 3,400 points. Zhou Mingyang is shocked by the huge score of Su Jingming, specifically the number 3,435 points. Zhou Mingyang repeats 3,400 points, seemingly stunned by how high Su Jingming scores, indicating a big gap between Su Jingming's achievements and his own. Tang Chi said, "Now you know why. Didn't you hear about the 700 points he got in the central zone? He still has over 2,500 points from other things. In other words, he killed almost 200 fierce beasts in the core zone alone." Zhou Mingyang said, "No wonder Su Jingming was so afraid of someone stealing his kills. Before it turns out, he planned to do this all alone." Zhou Mingyang is piecing together Su Jingming's behavior, suggesting that Su Jingming's previous caution or fear of others stealing his kills was actually because he had a plan to dominate the core zone by himself, killing a huge number of fierce beasts alone. Zhou Mingyang is implying that Su Jingming's strategy was to work solo and achieve massive results without needing others. Tang Chi said, "There are only a few hours left until the end of the martial arts exam. We are planning to team up and try the innermost core zone." Zhou Mingyang said, "The fierce beasts there are at least first order upper rank, and even a second order beast king. Going alone is no difference from a death wish." Tang Chi is proposing a plan for the remaining hours of the martial arts exam, suggesting they team up to tackle the innermost core zone. Meng Di said, "That's why we were teaming up. Are you coming?" Zhou Mingyang said, "Count me in." Su Jingming, sitting at the top of a pile of beast corpses, he said, "Supplies are all exhausted and the combat exam is coming to an end." Su Jingming is atop a pile of defeated fierce beast corpses, indicating his massive success in the combat exam so far. However, he notes that his supplies are exhausted, which should be a concern given the exam is ending soon. Despite being in a dominant position with a huge score, Su Jingming's situation might be complicated by the lack of supplies. He thought, "To get more ability points, I must continue to go deeper. But there are second-order fierce beasts in the innermost core zone. I will need to strengthen my power a bit more." The screen shows level awaken, ability Purple Haven Divine Lightning, S rank, skill Spearmanship Advanced. Ability points, 2413. Su Jingming stats are displayed on the screen. He thought, "What should I put them into? I guess I'll put them into do this. With this, I should be able to handle this year's combat exams final." Su Jingming is deciding how to allocate his 2,413 ability points. He's thinking about enhancing his capabilities to ensure he can handle the final part of the combat exam. Su Jingming seems confident that with proper allocation of his points, he'll be prepared for the exam's conclusion. Su Jingming thought, "The final sprint begins. I wonder what kind of second-order fierce beast is arranged for this year's combat exam." Su Jingming is thinking about the upcoming final part of the combat exam, specifically wondering about the type of second-order fierce beast that will be part of the exam this year. Given his stats, Awakened level, Purple Haven Divine Lightning ability, Advanced Spearmanship, and 2,413 ability points, Su Jingming is likely preparing himself mentally for the challenge ahead. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next chapter.